All right, everyone, this is a quick video of what I learned about Kanban. I know I was lamenting the fact that I wasn't able to show some of the work that I was doing or kind of gauge it with everything else. And a lot of the digital solutions weren't really working for me because I didn't update them. So I went ahead and took the big plunge in spending $8 at a hobby store to get a big piece of whiteboard. As you can see, I just found it and I put a little weight on top and a string across just so I can hold it up here in the back of my office. Also, I could just throw it out of the way. I broke this up into the different groups. So I have the BISO group, or what I report into, the business unit that I really report to, and then all the other admin and stuff that doesn't fit in either of these other two groups. So timesheets, those types of things. And then in that, I broke it up into three little things about have different stickies for these, where we have the recurring meetings that happen again and again and again and again, the unplanned work, which is the stuff that surprises me that I didn't put in at the beginning of the week, and finally my planned work. So some of the prep before this, I went in and I wrote down the entire 40, 50, 55-hour week. So let's break this up. You can see where the task is, the type of task, and you can have all your other symbols. There's lots of symbols online to look at it. How long you think it's going to take, the date, who told you to do it, and who it was told to. So it helps track all these different things. And then I go ahead and I put it somewhere. So let's plan out the rest of the day. I'm putting these according to the different group, and they're all in the to do. All right, so there is an example of how a day might be set up, not an entire week. So obviously it gets a little bit longer and a little bit more complex as you go bigger. But let's see how some of this work goes through. As you see across the top, there are the to-do, which is the stuff that I need to do this week. The doing, which is the stuff in progress, the stuff I'm done with. And then one of my colleagues has the idea of done. Great idea, Wick. Really helps out when you're going through a project and you have to make sure it's actually crossed that finish line. A lot of things kind of stall out sometimes, and we don't want to lose visibility of those. In our doing column here, we have some space, so we can move some things over. So I'm going to go ahead and move this demo over, the mentoring over, and that architecture piece over. So those three have now moved over into the doing column. And then as I go through this, I might say, okay, I am done with the architecture 30-minute discussion. It is okay for me, but someone else has to do something for it. So I'm going to move it over into the done column. This provides me with the ability to move some additional things over. I don't have to have them all on the same line. This helps just categorize which unit I'm helping out at the time. So maybe I would say, okay, well, I have the monthly meeting, and the monthly meeting is what I need to prepare for right now. So let's move that over. Maybe the monthly meeting is done, and it is done because I have no do outs from it. So let's look at that as we fill it out. Monthly meeting, happy little symbol. I estimated it was for 30 minutes. We're going to say it took actually 30 minutes. So that's great. And then we got it done today. So we can move this all the way over to this column. Now we see we have some space and capacity for additional work. I'm going to double check on this architecture thing and move that back in to my stream. And so that's how I walk through it. So let's see this walk through the day. So this might be where we're at partway through the day. And then we have this checkpoint of, okay, once again, we go back to, hey, we have space, we have time. What can we move over? Can we move over this this incident or the scrum? Now the trick is, as we all know, things come up. If it just went like this, life would be easy. However, that's why we have these little pink ones that come up, where there's something that pops up that we did not plan for at all. So let's see how this can start impacting things. Let's say just someone asked me a quick 15-minute question, and we'd have to plan around that as well. And it could start mucking things up a little bit. The other thing that we might have is, as we're going through some of these things, perhaps an incident that we're looking at is taking much longer than we expected. So maybe we've blown past those 2 hours that I have estimated for this incident. What I like to do is actually mark it that I've gone past that. Because eventually at the end, when they get all the way over to this side, you're going to run into the issue of, oh, did you estimate your time correctly for some of these things? And oftentimes we underestimate how long something will take. So let's continue to walk through this day. These things are very, very common things. I put down a family emergency with coworkers, so I'd have to step in and help him out. An update that someone asked me, hey, can I get a quick little update on something? And so as we start going through these different things, it starts coming up. So I can't get this instant moving forward, and I also can't work on some of the things that were in the almost done column. Actually, step back and are being blocked off. So let's continue out through the rest of the day. At the end of the day, your board might look like something like this, which is very interesting because we'd still have, hey, these are the things we wanted to do that didn't get done at all. Here are the things that we are still have in progress that we're doing. Here are some things that are done, and the things that are done all the way through. So if you look at this has about a 9-hour day already set up, and we were planning for an 8-hour day. And look at all this work that we still were trying to get done. All these little yellow pills are things that we plan to get done and were deemed important at the beginning of the week. Obviously, this is just an example, but you could ask yourself, hey, why is one group way more than some of the other groups on things I'm getting done? Why is it that one group continues to ask questions on certain things? Why do some things take a much longer than not? It helps plan your day out because then you have some visibility into these things. It also helps put into perspective where the little tiny, hey, can you do this? Can you look at this? Being always linked in nowadays, I guess, can really slow down some of your processes. Because we planned an 8-hour day, yeah, we've already hit a 8.5-hour day of done work, but we do have some stuff in progress. And so as you plan this out for your week, suddenly when you have your best of intention to only have a 40-hour week, you end up having a 50, 55-hour week at the end of the day by the time you get everything done. The other big thing to take a look at is if things are estimated not as well and how to correct for that. All these things you should be able to look back and say, okay, this is some understanding I have from it. These are the actions I should take from it, which will make my life better and life from my employer better as well. I think the most powerful thing is when these are done in conjunction across large teams. You start seeing some of your bigger choke points of where there's some problems of estimating, where there is deficiency of work hours to invest in things, and it can really kind of blow this out. Difficulty for the at-home person or the remote worker like myself is that we run into the people can't easily see if something's in progress or how we are impacting someone's day. We can easily think one of our requests of, hey, can you just provide this real quick, is going to be very simple, but we don't see all the cascading effects that happen in these really complex work environments. So if you haven't taken a look at trying to do a Kanban board for a week, I'd highly recommend just trying it out. You don't have to do it the exactly same way I did, but you can really pull out some very interesting things if you do. All right, have a great one.